I've just heard the news. Congratulations on your, negotiations with Orvus Dren. What can I do for one as influential as yourself? You should have spoken with me instead. I would have promised much more than Valanda Omani. Oh, yes, sir. The Hortator thing, right? They said if I knew what was good for me, I would do as you asked. So, you want to be a Hortator? I make you a Hortator. I vote for you. That's all I have to do, right? Once all the councilors agree, make sure you see Crassius Curio. I have given you my vote. There's no need to keep asking me about it. Go talk to the other councilors and get their votes. Well, what...
A warm welcome to you.
Please stay and take your time, my little flower. What is a little time between such intimate friends? You want me to be your sponsor in House Hlalu? I thought you'd never ask. But first, I want to see who I'm dealing with. Show Uncle Crassius what you have to offer. That's right. Don't be shy.
What?
Come on, Dumpling, don't be shy. Just do this one little favor for Uncle Crassius. Come on, Dumpling, don't be shy. Come on, Dumpling. Come on, Dumpling, don't be shy.
What?
Yes, I see we're going to get along just splendidly, sweetie pie. You'll go far with my support. You're now promoted in House Hlalu. So you found Drambero, and he gave you his support? Good. Find out who else you need to be the Hlalu Hortator. So you have found some accommodation with Orvus Dren. Good. Now I'm sure the other counselors will support you. A Hortator is a great house war leader. It's an ancient tradition, seldom invoked in modern times. You want to be Hortator? A pity. Orvus Dren does not want you to be Hortator, and very few counselors would be willing to risk Ser Dren's disapproval. But your eloquent passion, your exquisite vulnerability moves me to risk all and defy Orvus Dren. Yes, sweetie, I will name you Hortator, but I have something to ask of you. Will you give me a kiss? You've broken my heart, but in time it will mend. And in the meantime, I'll console myself with your gold. And now, Pumpkin, It's time for your gift, and I have just what you want. In my formal capacity as Counselor of House Hlalu, I give you my vote for the title of Hortator. And since all the counselors agree, here's the belt of the Hortator. Just snug it around that supple little waist, and don't forget Uncle Crassius, your lonely admirer.
Grace of the Nine, citizen. I'm Navosi Hlan. Welcome to Ebonheart, capital of Vardenfell district. Are you looking for someone in particular?
What?
Three blessings, Sarah.
I must get to Coal Cave soon.
Idiota skna.
It is you, Nerevarine! You have faced trials and have passed. The ways of the world are mysterious. How strange. The Nerevarine, an outlander. Yet, Nibani Maisa tells us, was not Nerevar himself an outlander? Yet we never once thought... Do you want to offer me a gift? Poor outlander. Even these small things are a puzzle to you. Then bring me some trauma root for my larder. I am a hunter, and it is beneath my dignity to scrabble about in the... None of our tribe would do this thing unless we had been wronged by this traitor. I shall be your guide to the 7 trials on the path of the Nerevarine. Ask. I am told that wizards who speak for the Telvanni counselors may be found in a strange building in Sadrith Mora. The counselors... You are Hortator of House Hlalu. You have fulfilled that part of the prophecy, but you must be Hortator of all 3 great houses, Redarin, Hlalu, and Telvanni, before you have fulfilled the 4th. In times of great danger, the 4 Ashlander tribes unite under a single war leader. If you can prove to the Urshilaku, Ahemusa, Zainab, and Erebenimsun tribes that you are the Nerevarine, and that the tribes must unite against the threat of the 6th house, then each Ashkan will declare you Nerevarine and war leader of all tribes. You must go to all the tribal Ashkans, but go first to Sulmatul, who is your friend, and who will surely grant you the honor. I shall be your guide to the...
You have passed the 3rd trial. Before you lies the 4th trial and the 5th trial. I have spoken with Nibani Maisa, and so you have faced the 3rd trial in the Cavern of the Incarnate. Tell me what you saw and heard there. Good. First, I would give you warning. When you are called Nerevarine, the word must spread, and many must hear. Your enemies will hear, and come seeking your blood. And such friends as you may have among the great houses, those who heed the words of the temple, they may forget their love for you. If you have business with the people of the houses and temple, you may wish to conduct that business first, before you are named Nerevarine. Second, I tell you, seek the counsel of wise woman Nibani Maisa, for you are an outlander, and ignorant of the ways of our people. Nibani Maisa can tell you of the other tribes, of their ways, and of their Ashkans. If you do not know these things, you will make many mistakes and waste precious time. That is my counsel. Now, if you wish to be named Urshilaku Nerevarine, we may speak of these things. Very well. You wish to be called Nerevarine. I know you and am disposed to do so. But first we must speak of need and duty. Before I name you Nerevarine, you must understand why a war leader is needed, so you may tell others. And before I name you Nerevarine, I must see that you know your duty. Only when we have spoken of these things shall you be called Nerevarine. You shall be Nerevarine of all the tribes, and Hortator of all the great houses. You shall eat the sin of the unmourned house, and free the false gods. You must defeat the sixth house and Dagoth-Ur. You must free the tribunal from their curse. This is the burden of prophecy. This shall be your duty as Urshilaku Nerevarine. The war-loving Erebenimsun of Molagmar are bad people, badly led. The Ashlanders of Erebenimsun camp are greedy and cruel, and have no respect for Ashlander custom. Ashkan Ulath Pal is ruthless and arrogant, and he surrounds himself with Gulakans like himself. Blood will be spilled, let it not be yours. There is one Gulakan of their tribe, Hanamu, who might be shaped as a new Ashkan. He is a weak reed, but his wise woman, Manirai, is strong and resourceful. Seek her counsel. The meek Ahemusa of the Graze Lands are weak in arms, and in a terrible way, driven from their best grazing grounds, and beset by monsters in Ahemusa camp in the distant northeast. The wise woman of the Ahemusa, Sinamu Mirpal, is also their Ashkan. If you can help them with strength of arms, they should welcome you with open arms. The Khans of the great houses are called counselors. The Khans of House Redoran meet in a great crab shell in a place called Aldrun. You must find these counselors and persuade them to name you Hortator. I know little of the settled people. You must go there and learn for yourself. The Khans of the great houses are called counselors. The Khans of House Telvanni meet in a very strange place, I'm told. They call it Sadrith Mora, which means forest of the mushrooms in our tongue. I have heard the Telvanni live in giant mushrooms. I'm sure it is a very bad place. But you must go and find their counselors and persuade them to name you Hortator. You wear the moon and star of Nerevar. The legend of moon and star is known to all lore masters. No man but Nerevar may wear that ring and live. This is a true sign. This is a miracle, a blessing of Azura, and no man may deny it. Know the words of the prophecies. The curse of Dagoth-Ur and the sixth house threatens our land. The false gods lie and offer false hope of protection. You bear the moon and star of Nerevar. Azura's hand is upon you. These are the proofs you must show to all people as Urshilaku Nerevarine. Before my hearth and kin, and before the people of the wastes, I name you Urshilaku Nerevarine, war leader of the Urshilaku, and protector of the people. In token of this, I give you the teeth, which shall be a sign to all Dunmer that you are the Nerevarine, and that the Urshilaku shall follow you in all things, even unto death, until the enemy is defeated, or until you are dead, or until you give this back into my hand. Yes, I have named you Urshilaku Nerevarine, war leader of the Urshilaku and protector of the people, and so you shall be known to all Ashlander tribes. The wily Zainab of the Grazelands are proud, arrogant, and greedy, and none more than their Ashkan Kaushad. But they are likable rogues, strong and self-assured. Show them you are strong and proud. Satisfy their greed and pride. The Ashlanders of Zainab camp are clever and cunning, and you too must be clever and cunning to outwit them. Zainab camp is in northeast Vardenfell, southwest of Voss village, in the rolling plains of the Grazelands. Here, let me mark it on your map. Head southwest from Voss across the Grazelands until you strike the foothills, then head south, keeping the foothills on your right. When you pass the Dwemer ruins of Nenchuleft on the western edge of the Grazelands, you'll cross an east-west road. Zainab camp is 8 or 10 yurts east of the hills and south of that road. The fourth trial is to join the 3 great houses of Vardenfell under one Hortator. You must be named Hortator in turn by House Redoran, House Hlalu, and House Telvanni. I know little of the ways of the great houses, but first I would try the Redoran, for they are warriors, hard-willed, but straightforward. Then I'd try the Hlalu, for though they are weak and spoiled, they are cunning and crafty. Save the Telvanni for last. Anyone who is not afraid of a 2,000-year-old wizard is a fool. Ahemusa camp is on the northeast, the farthest tip of Vardenfell Island, north from Telmora, near old Daedric ruins of Ald Daedroth. From the unmourned house have come forth the 7 curses. The 6th house is a great evil, and a great danger to all people. This is the need. You have seen this need. You have fought the Sixth House. You have known the curse of Corpus. You have harrowed Kogorun and seen the darkness that lies within. When you tell your story, others may be shown the proofs. Erebenimsun camp is in the wastelands of Molag Amur, the land of fire and smokes in southeastern Vardenfell. Here, let me mark it on your map. You have learned the lies of the tribunal and the false hope they offer of protection from Dagoth-Ur. We have heard the priest's own words of the Apocrypha, and we know them to be true. We have heard the words of the dissident priests, and we know them to be true. The false gods have broken their promises and have taken up the tools of the enemy. This is a great evil and a great danger. The fifth trial is to join the 4 tribes of the Ashlanders under the Nerevarine. They must put aside pride and tribal squabbles and together face the blighted hosts of Dagoth-Ur. The Urshilaku shall name you Nerevarine, but you must concern yourself with the other tribes, the meek Ahemusa, the wily Zainab, and the war-loving Erebenimsun. They may not be so quick in naming the Nerevarine as the Urshilaku.
Okay, so 3 houses, 4 tribes.
For you to fulfill the prophecy and unite the 4 tribes, you must be named as the Nerevarine by each of the 4 Vardenfell tribes. When you tell your story to the Ashkan of each tribe and show them your proofs, he should acknowledge you as Nerevarine on behalf of his tribe. But it may not be so simple. An Ashkan may take the opportunity to extract a favor or service from you, or the Erebenimsun may not be so ready to accept an outlander as Nerevarine. You have already proven your worthiness. Yes, my friend. I promise you my aid and counsel.